All right, what's up, guys? Chris from Jade Overland. I am here in Coopers Creek Campground in Blairsville, Georgia. As you can see, it is empty. I'm pretty stoked about it. I am starting the Smoky Mountain 500 tomorrow, but for today, I did a 9-hour trip to get up here from Central Florida up into very northern Georgia. Long trip, but I'm happy to be here. I've done this trip several times. I'm going to do it today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Today's Tuesday. And then I'm going to Friday morning. I'm going to jet up to Expo East, see some friends, check out some stuff, see what we can get into. And then hopefully I get the whole trip done before I leave. But if not, I'm going to go from Expo, go see my parents up in PA, and then come back down and then finish the trail. Whatever I don't finish on Thursday, I'll finish before I go home. So going to be a good couple weeks of travel. I'm going to probably hit the Daniel Boone Trail while I'm up there on the way back down from PA. So looking forward to it. Let's see how it goes. All right, well, good morning. Here we are in Coopers Creek. Let's see, got a little bit more rain last night. It is a little bit foggy, but the weather's beautiful. It's got to be mid 60s, and I'll take it. So today we're going to be going out. It's nice out. Hitting trail for the first time. I got to air down a little bit just to make the ride a little bit more comfortable. And we're going to get out there. I'm going to make breakfast real quick, pack up and get going. Should be a good day. We got poured on last night, which tends to make things a little bit interesting. For the most part, though, this is all just forest roads. There's a couple of fun, interesting spots where if the weather's been really nasty, it can get messy, but nothing impassable for a basic 4x4 with all terrains. So let's see how it is today. Well, that didn't take long. I am, geez, I don't know, half mile into the trail, and we already have down trees. Always bring a saw. So let me get my saw out. Let's get this taken care of and get back out there. There we go. You can see this trail has gone from basic Forest Service road to extremely rocky. They've been getting a ton of rain up here, and honestly I don't think they've cleaned it all up from the hurricanes last year. It's fun. It's not challenging. It's just slow going. All right, we did about 2.5 hours off-road. We're back on pavement. This is just kind of how this route goes. You're not going to be able to cross Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, all on dirt. There is going to be some paved parts. So when you air down, remember that. Don't go too far. I usually set my tires right at 28. It seems to be a good balance of on trail, just to smooth it out a little bit, have a little bit of vehicle sympathy for your suspension, that I can get back on the road. And during these short road sections, I'm not going to just chew my tires up on the pavement. I don't have to air back up. I can just cruise along until I'm back on dirt here shortly. Well, this is new since the last time I was through here. They came through and dumped a ton of crushed rock up and down this road, and they've been cutting camp spots into the woods along here. So this is cool. I've added like 5 camp spots to my map. I actually had hit 5G, like actually cell service along this part of the map, which I've never hit before. So they're making some big time improvements. This crushed rock, I'm sure, is just up here because this turns into a mess. Sure. This whole section is spotted by little water crossings like that. Nothing big, nothing challenging. They're all fun, but I'm a little kid and I'm playing in my truck, and if I get to go through a water crossing, I'm going to, and it's gonna make me happy. So, another little water crossing. As you can see, we have made our way back into the rocks. We were on pavement for about an hour, which is nice. I got to gas up, hit the head, and now we're back into it. This section here comes after a little bit of a, I said, like an hour-long pavement section, and this has been sporty in the past. They've put some rock down here. I have been through here over the last 6 or 7 years now, probably 10 times, and it varies from like this, it's dry right now, to it gets a little bit sporty in the wet. The first time they came through, there was a section that was just like a rock field, which was nerve-wracking and cool at the same time. I had never driven anything like that. Been through here after some of the Jeep clubs got playing, and it was completely crossed up where we were going through some very, very big ditches driven by some, I guess it'd be Jeeps on 40s, and had dug it out a little bit. I was up here last year and this was all cleaned up, and it looks like with all the rain, it's back to having a little bit of ditches. Nothing big, nothing hard. But yeah, the first time I came through like this whole section here, my partner and I, buddy, didn't even know if we were going to get through. We definitely smacked bumpers all the way up, but it's been cleaned up since then. So this is a really fun section. This is going to lead up to Charles Creek, which is like the main water crossing for this trail. We actually get to drive down a river, which is kind of neat. But for right now, I am just enjoying being back on dirt and actually using four-wheel drive. Yeah, this is really low. This is usually like water all the way up here. Like I've never actually seen a little tributary here where it comes from, because it's usually all underwater here. But fun little water crossing. right, we just came from there, that fun little like rock section, and just rolled up on this. And I am trying to figure out how to handle this, because I don't know if it's going to shoot well, but that is like a 3-foot deep little drainage culvert. And I'm honestly not sure what to do here. It looks like the play is to keep your right tire here up along that bank and your left tire over here and then just shoot through, but it's going to have the truck at a really crappy angle. And it puts it down over into this nasty little drop off, which is like 3 or 4 feet tall. So I'm not entirely sure what to do with this. Again, I don't know if this is going to film, but give you an idea, like holding the camera at like 2 feet off the ground here, and like this is deep. Ugh, and crappy. And I got to go this way. I'm just not sure how. All right. There's no tire tracks here except for motorcycles. So I don't know that any truck's been through it recently. I'm gonna figure it out. Or not, and flop the truck over and get stuck in the middle of nowhere. I guess we'll see. Absolutely nothing about this is fun to me when driving solo. Now this could be totally cool if I had a spotter, but right now I'm being forced. Oh, that's tippy. I just lost my drone, which is how I'm navigating.
Landing.
I don't even know what to do here. Hopefully that wasn't my door. Just had a bit of a, oh, shoot moment. That front tire dropped in, and I got a slight amount of wheel lift out of the back. I could stand under it. Haven't damaged anything. I'm reassessing how on earth to undo this. On the upside, I can check the bottom of the truck. Oh, God darn it. All right. Well, this is terrifying. And I can't put my seatbelt on. The truck's at such a stupid lean. It won't let me put my seatbelt on. That's suboptimal. Holy shit. Oh. Holy cow. That was horrible. Oh. I'm sure in a Jeep this is no big deal. And the Jeep guys are going to laugh at me. In a Lexus, that felt awful. All right, I don't even know if I got it on camera what just happened. which is kind of upsetting. I had the drone up, the drone was flying, and it was showing me my direction, way to go, and then my drone died, so I was taking too long. I didn't have my dash cam on, the one you're listening to right now. I think I had the one pointed at me, so you might get to see my reaction to that utter stupidity. But that drop down I was filming almost got me. Almost. That's as close as I've ever come to flipping this thing over. I felt the front end drop in, and then it kept dropping, and then it kept dropping, and I felt the back end come up, and then it kept coming up, and then it kept coming up, and then I hit the brakes as soon as it came to rest, as it's like teeter-tottering, and I was like, all right, that felt terrible. Let's see how bad it is. Put it in park, set my e-brake, like hopefully this is gonna hold. Got out, and the back tire was 6 feet in the air. Yeah. Regrouped real quick, just figured out I just had to turn right a little bit and kind of aim into it, and it'll bring the back end down. Got back, well, climbed back in the truck, because it's on a ridiculous angle, and got it going. Got it pointed straight, got it done, got it out of there, back end dropped down, all is well. Mild heart attack. This is not built for rock crawling. It's not built for the big, like cross-up sections like that. That is a lot of fun on a Jeep. In an IFS vehicle, that sucks. I thought I was about to lose the truck. I honestly thought it was going over. As soon as it started going up, there was nothing I can do to stop it. So, my quick decision was to, if I felt it going over, to turn right up into the slope and punch it and hope that it would like launch me up into a tree and stop it from rolling. Because a bad plan is better than no plan, but I don't even know what I would have done at that point. Thankfully, the back end came down. We were able to drive out, and I took 5. I'm not like super out in the middle of nowhere where I can't walk out, but I'm out in the middle of nowhere enough where like I didn't want to. Especially with the truck out here. I mean, anyone who's got a relatively built rig that's, well, I mean, this isn't even new anymore, but it was when I built it. I mean, you're a significant amount of money wrapped up into it. And the last thing you want to do is flop it on its side by yourself. Oh, Jesus Christmas. Out in the middle of nowhere. Which is what I just came very close to doing. So I didn't. Thanks Lexus, thanks Toyo. Those tires, and I'm on their new like trail ATs. We're in some nasty mud clay. Never slid. Never. They held grip the entire time, which I'm super surprised. These have been my favorite tires I've ever run. They've never failed me. Sand, outstanding. Out here in this mud clay crud that's up in Georgia, Tennessee, and the Carolinas, been awesome. That right there just surprised me. I thought they were going to slip, and they did not. Tire grab, the sidewall grab, held me straight up. Probably held me from going on like a weird endo off the front right headlight over the hill into the freaking woods, down a slope. So that would have been super cool. But I'm going to stop yammering, having like a weird adrenaline dump. And I'm going to shut up and just enjoy the trail now that it's not going to kill me. Hopefully I got it on video and you guys get to laugh at me. Thought I was out of the woods here because we're about to hit Charlie's Creek, and there's a massive drop off, and it looks like it's all washed away, and it's all super deep mud. And this is fun, don't get me wrong. Just after that little drop off, I'm burnt. It had me still stressed out. I thought it was going to be out 100. I can't do that. I do YouTube for fun. I don't make any money. I can't afford to total a vehicle. No, that wasn't so bad. All right. Really deep at the end, but it went right through it. Oh, good truck. I apologize for the beeping. I have a drone flying, and I have to fly in the woods with one thumb as I navigate the woods and the trails and the river with my hand. I just crossed into North Carolina, and that puts us out right into, almost immediately, back onto the dirt. So you enter in through I think it's a hydroponics laboratory, and this is all their property, so this is their maintained road. So the road's pretty good. It's still part of the 500, and it's going to put us into some other off-road that isn't owned by these guys. Now, their property, you are not allowed to camp on. So no camp, no fire, nothing like that. It's just a maintenance road that brings you up to some of their other labs and stuff. But it is a through road, so you can drive right through. It's neat. And get to the other side. So that's what we're doing. It's just some relatively decent maintained switchbacks. You can tell my lights just kicked on. It is starting to get like dark in the woods. It's only 4:30 though. So we've been pressing on. I could have stopped about an hour and a half ago at camp, but I usually, well, I won't say usually, I never do that. I like to get as many miles in as possible because I am almost always governed by time. And I am again on this trip. So we're going to push probably another hour or so. I would like to get in and get set up for dark. Kind of a big day today between down trees and a couple of more difficult sections of wheat. All right, well, we landed at a campground. I'm actually very, very happy about it. This is Standing Indian Campground. We're in North Carolina. You can see I got a pretty good little pad here. Got dinner cooking, truck's all set up, I'm all set up. And way over there somewhere are bathrooms. And they actually have showers. So that's pretty slick. I don't mind doing the shower pouch thing. I think they do an excellent job, but I would like to catch an actual shower. But for now, since camp's all set up, it's food time. I got some Alaskan salmon, honey glazed, and rice going. Pretty excited about it. Sit here and editing some of the videos and see what I got today. Got the drone out, got my Osmo in my hand, I got my little Action 5 here. Big DJI fanboy here lately. Got my new computer, which I'm very excited about. Do some editing in camp. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get some food, do some editing, start a fire, hang out, and then camp early. I'm eating. It's like not even 7 o'clock yet, which is super rare for me. Normally I'm setting up the dark, so I'm very happy about it. Today was crazy. Very cool day of wheeling. Very cool day of like misadventure. Didn't mean to get myself involved in all that today, but I did. and I'm really hoping I got it on camera. My drone battery died. Rookie move. Right, I think it was right before I did that drop, so I might only have cell phone footage of it like mid almost rollover. I'm really hoping the drone caught it. I just don't remember. I was so caught up in the moment. The other downside, check this out. I made it through the whole day, completely uneventful. My door handle broke. It's camp. I want to open my door. Just pull it, doop, and the front of the door handle broke. So, Nick at Lexus, I'll be coming to see you, buddy. Kind of a bummer, since I'm on day 2 of like a 2-week trip, and now it's going to be really hard for me to use that door. Of all the weird things today, I thought I was going to lay my truck over on its hood. Didn't happen. Made it out unscathed. Broken door handle in camp. All right, let's do some editing. Let's do some eating. I'm starving, and looking very much forward to tomorrow. Big day. I'm in North Carolina. I'm going to start going westbound here, and then stop probably early, so I can get headed to Virginia on Friday morning. So far, our trip's been awesome. Can't wait to see what holds. Oh. Well, good morning. We spent the night in Standing Indian Campground in North Carolina. You can see fall is in full effect, which is neat because in Florida back home, I think it's still like 80 degrees. I actually had to pull a puffy out, which is nice. Glad I brought it. Tent did awesome last night. Truck did awesome. Setup's great. Had plenty of light because of my awning. It was nice and toasty up top. I'm still running that X-Ped mattress and their sleeping bag. I opened that thing up like a blanket last night. It was nice and toasty. So camp setup's working well. On today's agenda is going to be going along the northern tip of that Smoky Mountain 500. I don't want to get too far, so I'm going to take my time today because I have to stop at some point, find camp, and then tomorrow morning I have to kick up to Virginia. And I haven't even mapped how far of a drive that's going to be yet. So we'll see what that looks like here in a few minutes as I jump in the truck. Got to jump on our map here. This is actually on the Smoky Mountain 500. Nice little campground. If you want to do campgrounds, there was a couple of primitive camp spots, but they were down like in the river, and it's been very, very rainy up here. And when I hopped out to check them out, I was getting eaten alive. So rather than that, I pulled in here, checked it out. They had a nice spot available and a shower, which was nice. So we did that. We're gonna hop in the truck real quick, see what we got going on for the rest of the day as far as the map goes, and then head out, see what kind of adventure we can get into, see if we can not roll the truck over today. Would be cool. And maybe not break that door handle again, which kind of a bummer. If I'm being honest, I'm happy I didn't roll the truck over, but then to have a door handle snap in camp, they're just kind of like flicking the nose, like, yeah, that's what you get. So could have done without that, but let's see how the day goes. To give an idea of where we are, I don't know if this is going to actually show it or not because it's kind of blurry, but we're at Standing Indian Campground. And the goal for today is to make our way up through here, come through some elevation, go through some towns. There is a whole bunch of camping Gonna go up and around this lake. Up through here as well. I want to say it's the Solly Recreation Area we're going to be passing through. All the way back into here, through some more lakes, and we're going to end up down here on Chowa sure, Reservoir, staying at one of my favorite campgrounds ever, Horse Cove Campground. That is going to be a good kickoff for us to leave from there in the morning, get back up on the highway here, and then head north into Virginia. So I've got quite the trip to get up to over here. It's going to be kind of a drive. I'd actually be better off leaving from where I'm at right now. But we'll see how it plays out. Gonna do some driving today. I'm gonna try to stop like 5, 6 o'clock again like I did last night, and see how today goes. I know I have some fun trail ahead of me, so let's get to it. Well, I'm driving one of the paved sections, and coming up on a kind of an intersection on my map, trying to figure out where I want to go, and I see this little like offshoot that's down towards the lake that I've been driving around now for about 20 minutes. I decided to come take a look and check it out. Yeah, pretty awesome location. So it is just about lunchtime, so I figured, well, pretty outstanding spot for lunch. Got a little waterfall right on the lake. Now you can tell the lake is super low. I kind of want to drive out here and park and hang out. I have no idea if you're allowed to. So I'm going to err on the side of caution and say no, although obviously people have built big old fire ring and are hanging out back here at some point. So I'm going to take a minute and check it out, because today is not a rush day. Get a bite to eat real quick. And then make my way back onto the trail. I figured out which way I want to go. I'm going to go the longer route, should be bringing me up through the woods. It looks like I'm going to end in Horse Cove Campground, which is one of my favorites for the day. And that's going to be a great point for me to kick off, leave from there. I've got about a 7-hour drive up to the KOA that I'm staying at for Overland Expo. And then Saturday I'll meet all my buddies. Check out the show, check out my vendors, check out my friends, and yeah, should be a good time. Good day of driving today. As you can tell, amazing weather. It started in real socked in, but now it's beautiful out. Probably gonna have to shed the hoodie because it's getting a little bit warm. And yeah, so I'm gonna have some snacks and get going. All right, took a couple hours, but we are back in the trail. It's noon. I think I left camp at like 9:30. We had that little break with the road closure. And then I stopped and had a really nice little quick lunch. Just some like meat and cheese just to get something in the old belly. But now we're on this nice little dirt road. So we're gonna follow this around, a bunch of switchbacks, and this is what I should be on for the next little bit. Nothing terribly challenging. Remember, this is a adventure motorcycle route, so you're generally not gonna find like terribly challenging off-roading. It's not what it's designed for. It's designed to be super fun on a bike, and I have sold my adventure bike. I think those days are behind me. I never got a chance to bring it up here and ride through, but I imagine this would be an amazing ride. Still super cool in a 4x4, but on a bike, just whipping around all these corners, because it's just nothing but switchbacks, would be an absolute blast. But this is what we're doing today until we get to camp. right, we're running along a big old river, right on the opposite side of the river from 29. And this is what I'm looking at. Trying to get you guys a view out of the passenger side. Is a little bit awkward while I'm driving. This is a big old river. There's a bunch of fishing spots along here, so if you bring your pole, I'd imagine the fishing's pretty solid. See the huge tree out there that's down. When I came through this way, February, March, this was a disaster. All that rain that came through during the hurricane just made a mess of this. The road was trashed. I'm sure the road was probably flooded at one point. It wasn't when I came through. River was super high. There was like down trees everywhere inside of the river. You could see some of the big rocks had moved from where they had been for a long, long time. Very cool. There is a like walking hanging bridge that goes across this somewhere. I've been on it before. I can see if I can find it this time. All right. Here's that swinging bridge I was talking about. As you can see, you can get this little fella moving. They have a limit of 4 people on this bridge because it does get so bouncy. I'm actually kind of surprised it is held up because this river was a mess after the hurricanes. But man, if you wanted to go fishing, what a spot. Got some fly fishers up there. I'm not much of a fisherman, but I can tell you my dad would love this place. We're gonna be cooking up some dinner here while we got light. Gonna be having some Cajun shrimp and some jasmine rice. As always, cooking them on the jet boil. This thing does an outstanding job. Not bad views for cooking. Right on the river. Guy just came up from fishing, said the fish are biting, but they're small. All in all, great campground. Love this one. This is Horse Cove Campground. Got my little fire pit here. Got my tent pad, which you just drive onto. Nice clean picnic tables. So if you're in the area and you need a campground, I really like this one. We stay at this one every trip. I was out on this one, the last Smoky Mountain 500, last couple Smoky Mountain 500s, and then when I was doing the Southeast BDR, I believe I stayed here too, because it's all on the same path. So I'm gonna get dinner going and enjoy my night. All right, so first couple days of the Smoky Mountain 500. First day, lots of excitement. Almost lost the truck. Could have been a downer. Day 2 saw a lot of pavement. It's just kind of the nature of this trip. You saw in the video a little bit. I didn't shoot much of the road because there wasn't a whole lot to see. A whole lot of pavement, for being real. Good sights, fun drive, sure, but not exactly what I would want to see on like an adventure trail. The next day from here, from Horse Cove Campground, heading west is a lot of fun. A lot of open campground, a lot of dispersed camping, and then we start getting into some really nice scenic drives, a couple water crossings there. But for tonight, I had dinner. I'm doing a lot of editing. I'm like 2 hours of editing into this video. I'm chilling by this river. It's gorgeous. This is why this is one of my favorite spots out here. Don't tell anybody. But Horse Cove Campground, it's pretty nice. That is as far as I got on this trip, unfortunately. I had planned to go through and complete the Tennessee portion and then the rest of the Georgia. However, life intervened. If you'd like to see more of the Tennessee section of this trail, you can watch my video on the Southeast BDR. It actually follows the Smoky Mountain 500, and that's where you're going to see the concrete factory and essentially really nice scenery through some very rocky switchbacks for an entire day. Followed up by Georgia, which looks a lot like my first day, and then I'd be traveling back home. If you like this series, please remember to like and subscribe to the page. It really does help me out. As always, thank you for following along, and I hope to see you on the trail next time. Stay safe.